Greetings, Judah. DFG here, Gideon's Flight. Hey guys, just wanted to take a moment and discuss with us, or at least to bring to mind to each and every one of us, just the deception, the wicked deception of Satan and the rulers of the darkness of this world. And I'm talking about the Facebooks, YouTubes, all of these, people who have created the social media, formats, program, network, whatever you want to call it, that we use, and how now that they are taking it, I mean, it's kind of weird, and I know some of you can't see me, it doesn't matter, as long as you can hear me. They have taken this their diabolical wickedness to the next level. I'm talking about in this instance, what do they call it? God dang, Megaverse. I think praise Yah. Megaverse, whatever. I think it's Megaverse. I'm talking about Facebook's new name. As though somehow or another changing the name of something makes it something totally different. In other words, like, if I change the name, I clean it up. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we don't use Jesus and God and that foolishness, because they've always used that kind of deception, to deceive the people of Elohim. Well, if you just change the name and call it this, then it's just all the same thing, or it isn't the same thing, whatever the hell they do. Anything to keep us deceived and believing lies. Well, at least the people, because, we are the children of Elohim, the elect of Elohim. We already anticipate and expect anything from these wicked devils. But this megaverse, this so-called megaverse, in other words, this new universe, this surreal alternative universe that they have created now to just suck, our children right into this false illusion, this false, reality, to really now to destroy them. And Truth Unedited, his platform channel, and I'm sure, put it like this, if you don't know who Truth Unedited is right now, I have to question, your walk. But anyway, he does a very good piece today, did it on last night, talking about this megaverse. Again, when they say megaverse, keep in the back of your mind that what they're simply telling you is an alternative universe. And they have been setting us up for this for a long, long time. I mean, you have heard me talk about it, if you follow this channel for more than a hot second, how these video games have pretty much sucked the brains out of our young men. That they sit around all day long playing, Madden and NBA this and all of this other stuff, instead of taking time to raise their families, build for their families, train up their children in the ways of Elohim. And not only have they wasted their lives away, now they got their sons and daughters wasting their lives away with this alternative foolishness that they call entertainment. There's no entertainment with Satan. And the sooner we come to the understanding of that, my brothers and sisters, the better off we're going to be. Entertainment is just another way of saying, let's deceive them. Let's give them this sense of safety, this sense of comfort, this sense of pleasure. Because after all, what does it say in the book of Romans? They loved pleasure more than they loved Elohim. And that's where you are today. That's where this world is today. Everybody is seeking the next pleasure event. And none of us are stepping back saying, wait a minute, what's behind the door? What's behind this so-called entertainment door? Where do these doors lead? And this is what an informed, loving, wise father would do. He would never allow himself to be sucked into something without weighing the cost, without looking and say, my job as a protector and provider is to look and see what is hid, see what it isn't being revealed. I mean, your natural instinct, the natural nature of a man, should cause him to do that always. You look at the so-called animal kingdom, if you want to call them, look at the animal kingdom. The male species of any animal kingdom is always looking out, or has a lookout person. I don't care if it's a muskrat. I don't care if it's an eagle. There's always one one male looking around, looking about to make sure that the women and children are safe. Oh, and by the way, that his fellow brethren are safe. That's what men do. We don't get caught up in the games and entertainment, you follow me, and let our loved ones be exposed to danger. Yeah, that's what has happened. And now you got this, what is it? Megaverse. I think that's what it's called, Megaverse. Facebook's new name. Now they're talking about creating these alternative realities. No such thing, by the way. But an alternative reality, because in other words, it's either a lie or it's the truth. It can't be real and be an alternative real. Now they're using these avatars and now these new programs that even Facebook doesn't call it a game anymore, to create this false world that Satan is going to use to deceive the entire planet. He's already doing it. And if your eyes are not open, brothers, sisters, you too. But brothers, if your eyes are not open, you are going to be held accountable by Elohim for being asleep at the wheel. You're going to be held accountable for it. Because again, you are without excuse. Your responsibility as a male, is to be looking for danger and protecting your family and your loved ones, against that danger. I don't even know what else to say about it. Again, you're going to have to go look at it yourself. Again, Truth Unedited. And, and I'm not pushing subscription for the brother. I'm just simply saying, I appreciate someone who cares enough about us to tell us, hey, look, there's something new coming, and it's more wicked than anything we have seen to date. And many of us saw this coming with this, with these alternative games. Many of us saw that coming. I have to say that, up front and clear. Many of us saw it coming because, again, I remember when my kids were young, I'm like, you're not playing no Grand Theft Auto. You're not playing them damn game. You out of your damn mind? What do I look like approving you playing a damn game where people are going around robbing and killing and raping? I mean, I don't even, look, I digress. But that's where we are now. In other words, they are encouraging your children and some of you brothers and sisters to walk into these alternatives to real worlds and create a real world for yourself, telling you that way, you don't have to be stressed out and you don't have to be worried, give you something to do when you're bored, that way, what I'm saying, you can pass the time. Look, anytime somebody giving you something to do because you're bored to kill time, then please understand that your walk with Elohim is so your salvation, let me say this the right way. You don't have a walk, because if you had a walk, something inside of your Rahuk should be telling you this is wrong. It's like a guy watching pornography. Nothing in you tell you that you shouldn't be watching a man having sex with a woman if you're a man. Nothing in you tells you that you're looking at that man as much as you're looking at that woman. Nothing in you tells you that. Okay, if there's nothing in you that's telling you that, because there is nothing in you to forewarn you of that. Because your Rahuk should already tell you, hey, what are you doing? Why are you watching another man having intercourse? I mean, again, kind of off the subject, but not off the subject, because this is how media sucks you in, sucks your soul in, destroys your soul right before your very eyes, using your eyes to destroy you. And then allowing you to open the gateway for your children to be destroyed as well. And mothers, again, you too. Because many of you guys you know it, have spent money on these Xboxes and these PlayStation games, and purchase these games for your sons, and then you walk away and you leave them in rooms or wherever they are for hours upon hours being sucked into that alternative world, and you have no idea what they're learning, what they're being programmed to do, and ultimately conditioned to do. And all of these programs, for the most part, go against Elohim and his commandments, his laws, and his statutes. And many of you have no idea of what you're doing. It is time to wake up, Judah, Israel. It's time to open up your eyes. We've talked about these evil, what the book said, they are flesh and blood, or I thought they're spirit and blood. But these demons, the children of these demons, who are planted amongst us, we were warned that they are here. Yeshua called them wolves in sheep's clothing. Told them, be careful that you be not deceived by them. Some of your children, friends, are seeds of demons, seeds of Satan. And yet, you're supposed to be the guardian. You're supposed to be the protector of those children. How do I say that? Because Proverbs 22:6, train up a child in the way that he shall go. Train up a child in the way that she shall go. And she will not depart from the faith. In other words, he will not depart from the ways of Elohim, because you planted the seed. And unfortunately, you have allowed the enemy of Elohim to plant seeds in your children via these video games, these platforms and networks, and now they are going to take your children right into these surreal alternative reality worlds, and they're going to teach them how to be atheists. They're going to teach them how to believe in the lie. They're going to teach them that a hologram is a real thing of this virtual reality. They're not going to be able to tell the difference between what is real and what is not real, and therefore they are going to be deceived into worshiping Satan and his demons, and they are going to be judged accordingly. That is what is going to happen. That is what is happening. And unfortunately, the enemy of this world used many of us to lead our children astray. And the question that you should be asking yourself, what are you going to do about it? Are you just going to continue to go down that path that leads to destruction? Or are you going to pull back, pull your children back, go in your rooms, get them games, throw that crap away? I don't care how much money you send. Don't sell it. Don't put it on eBay. Don't give it away. That's like taking, rotten food and say, well, I'm not going to eat it, but maybe my neighbors want it. No, destroy it. If you have the strength of Elohim, the strength of the resilience to resist evil. The book tells us, resist the devil and he will flee. Draw closer to Elohim, and Elohim will draw closer to you. So you get that devil stuff out your home, and you throw it away if you have the courage and the love for your family. This is evil personified. Again, go check out the brother, because there's a lot of information out there. He talks about how they use the so-called whistleblower out there to expose Facebook, and how the media is talking about how evil Zuckerberg is and all that stuff that they're doing. Probably shouldn't have said that name. Probably going to get, who knows what happened to the channel, but that's okay. At least I said it. But he goes on to talk about how all that was just, an illusion. Just like you hear all these, I don't know if you're noticing with the mandate. You got all these governors out there, senators or whatever they call themselves. Well, Biden shouldn't be forcing no mandates on nobody and all that stuff. But I took it. Listen to them. All these people that are telling us it's about, your body, your choice, that we shouldn't constitutionally enforce these laws, but all of them are saying they took it. They're all saying they took it. I'm not against taking it, but I am pro your right to have a decision to take it. That's subliminal. That's reverse psychology. It's like a pimp telling an innocent young woman who's trying to find her way, baby, I love you. You know, I don't want you out here. You shouldn't be in these streets by yourself. So you know what? Let me help you. Let me take you. Let me show you how to manage your resources. Let me show you, how you can use what you have and we can build together. And that way, you know what I'm saying? You're not in danger. You need someone to protect you and guide you because, these streets are rough. Then he turns out and have her right on the very same streets, selling her body full of drugs and narcotics, and she ends up in her early grave. That's these devils for you. So I'm saying to you, my brothers, I'm saying this to you, my sisters. It is time to open up your eyes. And especially when it comes down to our children. A lot of you guys got 13-year-old kids, 14-year-old kids, 10-year-old kids, and you have opened the door to hell unintentionally upon your child. And I do use the word, many of you, unintentionally. That's why Elohim put shepherds out there. That's why he put watchmen out here, teachers, to open your eyes, to warn you, so that you can take that information and apply it into your households, so that you be not deceived. And for the watchmen and the watchwomen out here, it's why we have to speak out. Because Elohim said if we don't speak out, their blood, unfortunately, is going to be held accountable to us. We're responsible for all of those who are irresponsible if we don't tell them about their irresponsible behaviors. Ultimately, it's up to them to do whatever they want to do. And for you who have introduced your children to these things unknowingly, ignorantly, it's up to you on what you do. If you decide to let these games stay in your home, you got another old wicked holiday coming up where you go and buy this stuff to appease your children, appease your family members, because after all, you want them to love you because you got to give them something for Christmas, whatever. Those of you who are going to do it, do it. What did Daniel say in chapter 12 of his writings to us? He said that the wise would understand, but the wicked, will continue to do wickedly. So again, you don't call it wicked. But how is it not wicked when they're taking your children from reality and putting them in this surreal environment and telling them they could be anything that they want to be and imagine to be anything, and none of this stuff is about Elohim. All of it is about the things of this world, the love of the flesh, the lust of the flesh, the pride of life. All of that stuff is being promoted in front of them. When you go back and look at, again, Truth Unedited does a very good message. They got, these avatars with Gucci bags and $70,000 purses, and these guys playing with NBA players, they're projecting themselves into these avatars, and they're on the court playing with LeBron James and all these great players. How is that not stealing their souls? Soul snatchers. Our book says you can't serve two masters. You cannot serve Elohim and serve money, materialism. He said you can't walk before Elohim and walk before the wickedness. You can't play both sides. When you think you're doing it, a lot of you think that. That's what I was talking about yesterday with the woman who gave everything that she had. The pennies, the 2 pence. Versus those who were giving some of what they had. I'm going to do something. I don't want nobody to think I'm a heathen, so I'm going to do a little something. You're still a heathen. It's either all or nothing. Not talking about, perfection in your life. We all have challenges that we have to deal with in this walk. I get that. But when you intentionally embrace evil and you do nothing about it, you allow evil in your home against your family members, the people that you say you love, and you do nothing about it under the guise of love and just wanting them to be happy, there is no excuse for that. That is, you are not only contributing to their debauchery, but you are going to be held accountable for it, my brothers and my sisters, fathers and mothers. Somebody need to tell you that. Somebody need to bring that out to you. You're going to lose your children. You're losing them. Many of you are lost because you were allowed to play in those so-called virtual reality, world through gaming. And we all thought it was innocent. Oh, it's just some, boy, look at the technology, man. You saw the new Mad Men. It looked like you really out there playing. Never realizing that one day those same programs, those same so-called reality games were going to be used to take your children's souls away. And what did Yeshua warn? Say, what did it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? He said, it profits them nothing. What did it profit a person? What did it profit a young lady to gain all the things in this world and lose her soul? Nothing. You gain this world at the expense of your soul. Our book says Elohim is going to make you a castaway. He's going to put you away. He's going to say, depart from me, you worker of iniquity, wickedness. I never knew you. Although you think it's okay before him. You've been lied to and told, well, it's just a game, it's innocent. Well, not anymore. Now you see there's no innocence. That's what I meant when I was talking just a second ago. We were all lured into the innocency of this stuff. This is just a game. I mean, how harmful can a game be? Well, when they got your children now not wanting to live in their own reality and living in a surreal reality, that's how harmful a game can be. When they no longer know who they are and they try to project themselves on someone else. Or project someone else on. That's called demon possession. That's how harmful the so-called little innocent games can be. Mothers, fathers, it's time to wake up. It is time to wake up. You can't see this thing is crumbling down all around us now. Don't you see it? Well, if you see it, what are you waiting for? Why are you just standing there and just letting this stuff happen? Book said, his sheep hear his voice. Elohim said, my people hear my voice, and they would never let a stranger, demons, those who are demon influenced, those who are the seed of demon, lead them away from him. They would not follow that. But look at what's happening now. Masses, millions are following these holograms now, looking like real surreal human. Don't you know that's how the false antichrist is going to come down here and deceive the world? Signs from wonders from the heaven going to come down here, and you're going to really think that is Elohim? Don't you know that? Don't you know that? And don't you know that they're going to do things, put things, force some of you to put things in your body where your cognitive skills is not going to be able to recognize that this is an illusion? And you're going to think it's real, and then you're going to bow down and you're going to worship the devil, Satan, Antichrist, false prophet. Don't you realize that if you have nothing in you to be able to determine a lie versus the truth, that you're going to be overtaken by the lie? Yeshua said, what is true? He said, Elohim word is truth. The things that I'm saying to you is true. Do you love your family enough to see them saved? That's the question that we all have to ask ourselves. Do you love your own self enough to be saved? Will you reject mother, brother, sister, kin, cousin, friends for salvation? Spouses included. Mark chapter 10 verse 19 talked about that. Any man that lost anything, he included spouses in there too. He said, lose them too if they're trying to lead you astray. He said, Yah said, I'll give you more of all of those things. And I'll give you the ones who are seeking after me. I'll take Vashti out and I'm going to put Esther in. I'm going to take Jacob the liar out and put Israel the worshiper, the praiser. You know what I'm saying? Him who loves, who are called the righteous in. It's winding down. It is winding down. This is over the top, outrageous craziness. And unfortunately, many of you, I'm just going to say it from the bottom of my heart. Don't be offended. Many of you have opened the door to Satan right in your homes. Presented your children with the wolf, with dynamite wrapped up, in a cereal box, and telling them, eat it. Talking about these games and this surreal world that has stolen Elohim's seed. Don't you know that your children belong to Elohim? Just as you do? Especially if you're Israel. Well, Israel belongs to Elohim. Although Israel has sold out to the world. At least 2/3. You have taken the precious of Elohim and sacrificed them to devils. And yes, your children's blood is going to be on your head if you don't do something about this. The time is now. Yahuwah said, the day you hear the voice of Elohim, harden not your heart. In other words, don't get angry. Don't get mad. Don't get defensive. He said, when you hear that voice, change, respond. Humble yourself. Recognize you were misled, like many of us were. And now I know the truth, and therefore I am going to do the truth. I pray sincerely that you get ready and that you get this stuff out of your homes. Don't celebrate these wicked days. You let that so-called Christmas, the day of evil personified, another one of them days, let that thing come, let that thing go. Take whatever resources you have and build, plan, prepare, get resources. Don't allow yourself. And some of us, we need to just cut this so-called Metaverse now out. Just get rid of it. I mean, I thought it would be a good way to sometimes message people around Elohim. Sometimes, just to invite people into hopefully positive things that are going on with you. But I realized that it's not that. It's a trap. So I would strongly tell you guys to really strongly consider getting off of it altogether. It's all interconnected anyway. You notice that when YouTube blocks you out, Facebook has blocked you out at the same time. Did y'all realize that? They're interconnected. Instagram as well. Just so you know. It's a conspiracy. They're conspiring to destroy this planet. And I don't give a shit if they like what I said or not. I just hope you see this before they see it, and then you share it. And then if it's over with for this channel, I'll put up another channel. Just remember, I'll be back. Like that Terminator, I'll be back. Amen. Well, that's all I got to say to you this early morning. Thank you for sitting in. Thank you for this fireside chat. No Megaverse for my family. I hope they will have no plans for yours. And I hope you warn your families. If you love them, you'll warn them. DFG, talk to you later. Bye now.